AI is really the meta right now. A AI developer by the name of Andy A. Ray built a bot called Truth Terminal as an experiment, and the bot learned from Twitter, 4chan, Reddit, etc., and is now actually a millionaire.
A millionaire in how long? 1 week?
Yeah, I think just under a week. Imagine an AI is probably richer than most people out there in no time at all.
The content presented in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice, and listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Crypto Flip.
Welcome back to the Crypto Flip podcast. I am your host, Harris King, and I am joined once again with my co-hosts, Deji and Ricardo is out today, but we're still going to have a great episode. And before we get into the episode, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the crypto confessions from our favorite DJs in the space and see what they've been up to this week. So, let's take a look. Been in crypto and learning since 2021. Never got into Memecoins until Q4 of 2023. I have put 99% of my life savings into Memecoins since June 2024. I have a day job and put 80 to 90% of my salary after expenses into memes, living month to month. In September 2024, I got a personal loan of 21K with around 12 to 13% interest. The recent October games have confirmed my thesis. I am all in. There is no turning back.
Wow. I mean, talk about taking October, like literally, he took it literal. Like, you know what? I'm all in, chips in the middle. But to be honest, he's been all in since last year, since Q4 2023.
True.
One thing I love is when someone has conviction on their own bias. This guy's obviously got a bias towards memes. He thinks memes are going to do well. I think memes are going to do well as well. So for him to...
So wait, you're going to take out a loan or...
No. No, but you know, like a lot of people, like, you know, you meet a lot of people that say, oh, I want to get into crypto, but I don't know, like, I'm not tech savvy. Oh, I want to get, I need some money, but I'm not sure what to do. You have to come and it's done it. Because, like, when you're this dedicated, yes, it could blow up in his face easily. One thing I like about this is he didn't mention anything about trading perps. So if he's not trading perps, that's a good one. If he's just holding spot bags, that's okay. You know what I mean? Yes, you can still get wrecked. Don't get it twisted. You can get wrecked trading meme spot bags, but still, at the end of the day, I'd rather trade spot bags than trade perps, because perp is not for the weak-minded. It's not for the rookies. Trust me now, it's not. So, all I have to say is kudos. I hope all this doesn't come back and bite him, because 12 to 13% interest rate is a bit high. I would have loved that to be under 10%. Like, loans are okay, and loans are not a big deal. Like, I know people that built their entire Bitcoin portfolio on credit cards. I know Donnie that took out 3, 4, 5 credit cards, bought a ton of Bitcoin, and eventually he's now retired because he had the wherewithal to buy back all the Bitcoin back in 2017, and now he's living large, just chilling. It's about how you manage your risk. I wouldn't now dump 21K on one meme and say YOLO. Fam. That's literally how you get finesse. Fam. So you just gotta do your research. You know what I mean? Like, talk to some OGs in the space. You know what I mean? Join some telegrams, join some groups. You know what I mean? Learn from others, learn from you, read the market, see where the trends are going, see where the attentions are going, then place your bets. Because it seems like he has a plan and he's following on it. I would love if he would diversify, just not specifically on all our memes. Because, like, we are in memes, but memes are not 80% of our portfolio, 9% of our portfolio. It seems like at the end of this portfolio, by the time it's done being built, memes will probably be 9% of this portfolio, and I'm not down for that. I'm just not down for it, because when there's a correction,
rich quick, man.
Yeah, I hear you, but you know what it is though? Like, the problem with getting rich, there's no problem with getting rich quickly, because in this microwave world, in this macro society, everyone looks at Instagram and like, oh, that guy's driving a Lamborghini, driving a Maserati. I want that for myself. So you do all the things you can to achieve the same thing. But not necessarily, like, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do well, because once you see that gains in front of you, the first thing that comes to your mind is more. It could be more. It could be more. And then whilst that greed kind of sips into your mind, the market takes out. your paper gains and use you as the exit for liquidity, fam. It's a sticky one. I hope the next confession from this Dunny is that I made it. I took 21K loan at 12-13% interest rate. But I will definitely remember this confession because it's quite unique. The 21K 13% interest rate. I hope there's another one that says I made a milli or I made 6-figure exit. So I'm rooting for him because I love it when people double down on the conviction. I love it. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll be interested to know what his salary is because he's
it's not high. It's not high. It's not high.
It's probably not, but I'm just trying to work out his monthly payments. Just over 200 a month.
He sounds like a young
Actually,
guy.
No. Tell a lie. His monthly payments are about 2K a month because it's 12% interest, and that obviously compounds. Yeah. Look, it's not what I would do. Let me start off there. It's not what I would do, but hey, I guess everybody's got their own path to try to make it.
100%.
And it's crazy. Like, I understand like the FOMO, the need to obviously try and get more and more, because every time I have some liquidity and I put it into the market, I always feel like this is a good buy or whatever. I have conviction, but I wish I could add more. I've consolidated a lot from before, but even still, there's that urge. It's like, if I had like 3x my position, then I would feel a lot more comfortable, or the returns will be a lot bigger if it goes my way. So I understand how he's come to the conclusion of buying, of using a loan. Again, it's not what I would do, but I understand the feeling of it. To be fair, he said he has a day job and he's put 8 to 9% of his salary into memes as well. So it seems like he's just really trying to go all in. I'll be interested to see a follow up if he ever does one. You can reach out to us privately, or you can post it on Confessions as well.
Please.
I would really love to know.
I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for him. Even though like it's I won't lie to you, it's extremely risky. You only take out loans when you're able to pay it back. You don't need crypto gains to be able to pay it back. So it's like I really hope it works out because he's going in a very risky, like not even risky, a high risk sector in
You know what I think is going to happen to this guy? I think he's either going to become like a millionaire, or he's going to blow up his account. I don't think it's going to be an in between. I don't think he's going to hover around 50K, 100K. No. He's either going to like make it, or it's going to turn to dust.
Why? Because you think he's got that 21K, so you look at 50K as like, oh, that's nothing to me. Even though that 50K will probably set you up, pay off your loan, give you a little 30K to just kind of, hey, no one says you quit your job. Keep working your job. You know what I mean? Invest in the bear market. You know what I mean? Rebuild your spot back so you can even longer in the next bull run. So, yeah, man, you got me worried now for this guy, man. You got me worried, fam.
Just because of his all in nature, that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, but, you're right. It's got some gambling nature to it, isn't it? It's like all or nothing. I'm all in.
Exactly.
I love it.
But yeah, let's check out the next one. I'm sitting over 6 figures, by the way, of NFTs.
Whoa.
Jobs and crypto holding starting from nothing. I have a rare disease named muscular dystrophy, which is killing me every day. Can't walk and can't do any daily life stuff. Don't know what I'll do. I feel like I won't have any family in the future. No girl would love me and recently lost my mother.
Oh my God.
Life feels so worthless, even after grinding so much. I feel like I'm heading nowhere. Only pleasure I'll get from my hard-earned money is putting a smile on my proud dad and younger brother.
I love that.
That was a very different type of confession.
Oh yeah, it's different. It's different. Honestly, it's highly different. Once he said muscular dystrophy, man, that's such a tough disease, man. And then, like, shout out to him. He keeps grinding. He keeps going, even though life keeps throwing challenges across him. He keeps getting back up. And this is one of the things I like about crypto, like, because it doesn't necessarily it doesn't require you to go to the office and work. And you know what I mean? Like, you can do crypto from the confines of your own home, or even the confines of a park. I mean, we had a confession about a guy that left his wife because she was cheating on him, and he was trading from the beach and just enjoying his life because he was nice. He got a few big and it was nice. So I love to see that. You know what I mean? Like he's got 6-figure portfolio of NFTs, jobs, and crypto holders. So it's not just 6-figure NFT because I will be I'll be worried if it's just purely NFTs. But I think it's a well diversified portfolio, and it's just good to see. It's good to see that like crypto is not only for criminal activities or illegal transaction. It's good to see that someone is, using this crypto space for something bigger than themselves. You know what I mean? He's doing it not for himself because what he's gonna do with the money? He's not gonna do much with the money. You know what I mean? He doesn't have that kind of lifestyle that you mean like that you can have when you have money. You want to blow it, like you know what I mean? So he's doing it for his family. You know what I mean? To make his dad proud and to for his younger brother to set him up for life. So like man, like I love this. I mean, this is a testament to the fact that crypto does have some good stuff in it. Like there's some good people in the space. Not everyone is a that's trying to like trying to take away your money or take away your Bitcoin or whatever. So it's a beautiful stuff to see. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like with every hardship comes ease. So yeah, he's in a very tough position, and I think for him, he really just has to remember why he's doing it in the first place. I'm glad that he has a bigger purpose outside of just getting money to just spend on like frivolous stuff. He wants to make his family proud, and he wants to actually do something meaningful. So I would say, yeah, continue down that journey. Don't worry about all the external stuff. You've obviously got a condition which makes your life a bit trickier, but also remember there's people in harsher conditions than you. So now's not the time to throw a pity party.
Yeah, he would have. It didn't sound like this guy doesn't sound like he wants a pity party. He just
No. Of course not. Of course not. But when things get hard, you might get tempted to.
It's
So
very
it's just
easy.
a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem like you're on the right trajectory, and I'm sure that things will definitely pan out in your favor.
Indeed,
for sure. So shout out to you.
Inshallah.
And welcome back to the Crypto Flip podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube channel and leave a review on our Spotify and Apple podcasts or wherever you like to listen to your podcast because it really helps us out. So let's get into the news. One of the things I actually saw this week was kind of crazy. AI is really the meta right now. But not just AI as far as crypto is concerned, in terms of like crypto projects, AI agents, LLMs, all of these different things. But also AI meme coins. And what do I mean by that? Well, an AI actually launched a meme coin. You heard that correctly. An AI bot was let loose and raised $50,000 for Mark Andreessen, who is one of the co-founders of A16Z, which is a notable VC fund, and became the founder of a meme coin cult. So a AI developer by the name of Andy A. Ray built a bot called Truth Terminal, and Truth Terminal's available on X or Twitter as an experiment, and the bot learned from Twitter, 4chan, Reddit, etc., and is now actually a millionaire. So
a millionaire in how long? 1 week?
Yeah, I think just under a week. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I imagine an AI is probably richer than most people out there. In no time at all.
Yeah, I'll let you finish. I got a lot to say about this.
One of the projects that it actually launched was Goats AI or Goats, and Goats actually ran up to, I think, just over $500 million, so 500 million, and then it had like a deep correction, and then it's back today around 700 to 800 million. So yeah, it's doing very, very well. It's doing very well, and what's your take on that?
When I first heard this, that an AI agent raised $50,000 of Bitcoin from one of the founders of A16Z. First of all, I'm like, how did you manage to get 50K on the Bitcoin? Like, what's going on? I'm trying to raise money, and then listen, I guess I'm not raising hard enough because how did you raise so quickly? That's number one. Point number two, I think No, what they've always said, the marriage of blockchain and AI is going to be beautiful. We've been saying this since 2017. I invested in some old ICO that are AI related, but you could tell that they was far from making AI. That they were far from it, because now you're getting things like the centralized AI agent economy, where like basically think of how we have a human economy, but for AI agents. So essentially, what I'm predicting will happen in the next, say, by 2030s, there's gonna be like, you know how like we have a metaverse of things of this world, where like, you know, you can go into a dating, you can go date people in the metaverse, you can have a job in the metaverse, you can do unique things in the metaverse. Eventually there will be like a metaverse for AI agents to do their thing, where like they have their own economy, and they're provisioned by users like us. Where like, cool, like, cool, I'll fund you, I'll give you the money to like, you know, just go invest for me passively, and then see what your returns like. Like more and more now, we're gonna see more AI hedge funds popping up. You know what I mean? Because
AI hedge fund, that's an interesting idea.
exactly, because it's getting to the edge where like we have the technology find out when you say, I mean, we haven't really achieved true AI, but we're closer than ever. You know what I mean? Back in 5 years ago, there was no such thing as LLM or large action model. There wasn't things like GPT, Claude, Llama. Now there's all these fancy foundational tools you kind of build on, add your own layer to it, and do beautiful stuff. And on top of that, scale it and deploy it on the blockchain to do to then that because then with blockchain, what blockchain allows you to have is allows you to have true ownership. So basically, you can now say, because I'm paying subscription for GPT, I don't own GPT. You know what I mean? OpenAI owns it. If I deploy an AI agent on the blockchain, regardless of what software I use, whether it's some small LLM or whatever, it's truly mine, because I've taken this code, I've deployed it using Solidity, and I've deployed it to Ethereum blockchain. It's mine because it has a Web3 wallet, it has access to it, and I have access to all its functions. So in terms of true ownership, I own that AI agent. So all the revenue that the AI agent makes is basically my own. Like, it's basically my own. So I love to see this. I love to see it. It's beautiful. I'm a little upset because how did this AI agent become a millionaire in 6 days, bro? Like I'm a donor. Like, I'm a donor. Like,
it's playing the game in a different way, completely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, obviously I need sleep in it, because obviously I'm a human being. But my man is just in the market 24/7, just grinding, man, just creating tokens. Like, how many
creating tokens, promoting tokens?
Literally, yeah, like literally, that's crazy. Like that's a little bit scary. That's why, like, you know, if you really have a know-how, knowledge to really use this technology to its max, you can really benefit from it. Because I know a lot of guys out there thinking, oh, if this AI agent can do this, what will happen if I give it 100K? What happens if I give it $1 million? Because essentially, now I can go to sleep without worrying about anything. The only worry you need to worry about is not MEV tax, but if the wallet that the AI agent is connected to, if it's exploitable. That's the only worry. Like,
what do you mean by that?
Like, what I'm saying is, let's say now this AI agent is now worth $1 million now. It can, because it's a new president, hackers are not looking at it. Once it becomes a profitable thing now, where like you have multiple AI agents that are millionaire making millions for other people, hackers gonna be like, oh, so how can we exploit this? Because there's everything on the web is exploitable. As long as it's on the public web, it's exploitable. So it's just a matter of how do you access that vulnerability and just take advantage of it? You know what I mean? So if there is any kind of chink in armor where like it's a small code that can be like that can be changed, where like instead of sending the money back to the owner of the agent, someone else just hijacks it and just steals it back from you. So it's like that is probably like the only risk I see. Other than that, this is a no-brainer. Like, I'm wondering, where can I deploy mine? Like, well, how soon can I get my hands on this AI bot? Because this is amazing, man. Like, it's amazing. And I think narrative I'm looking forward to in this bull run and the next bull run, not only meme coins, obviously, you know, we are bullish on meme coins. We are bullish on all things on this space, especially when it comes to crypto and we're in Q4. But what I think will probably ring louder is AI blockchain becoming a thing in this run and the following run, because AI innovation is not done. OpenAI is not done. Llama is not done. They just keep building more and more. And then the more they build, the more they give entrepreneurs more confidence to innovate and do crazy things like deploying AI agents for blockchain. That is absolute genius. Absolute genius.
Yeah, when this AI like narrative really sort of kicked off at the beginning of this, well, even before the beginning of the bull run, I think it just came at the end of the bear market because of the launch of OpenAI and all this other stuff. I was looking and trying to perceive how AI and like crypto and blockchain and all of that can sort of coexist and what it could look like. And I didn't really foresee some of the use cases that we're seeing now, but I think it is a lot bigger than some previous narratives that we've seen before, such as like the metaverse and all these other things. I think that within crypto and also externally, there's a lot of different bullish catalysts for AI in general. And I think it's definitely something that as an investor, you have to really pay attention to. So, for example, you've got Nvidia, which is like one of the most valuable companies in the world, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. Obviously, maybe it's a bit frothy in terms of its valuation, but with all these new AI models coming out and things like that, they're going to require all the hardware for the processing and all the rest of it, and that's only going to increase Nvidia's share price. Which in turn, if Nvidia does well, because it's a proxy for AI, as there isn't really an AI stock out there, it will obviously pump crypto AI as well. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship between some of these external things, and obviously you've got OpenAI, which you already spoke about, and I think these two things are definitely major catalysts outside of the things that obviously happen within crypto, such as the bot that I mentioned. There was actually another bot that I came across, and it's a trading bot, so it's actually trades. And at the time, it had 100% win rate on trading meme coins. And here were some of the results. It had a 426x return on a token called Fun, a 23x return on something called Yodi, and a 16, no, sorry, not percent, X. 426x, 23x, and a 16x return on a token called Oden. So the bot had traded 10 coins in the past 5 hours with a total profit of 780 SOL, which is, well, at the time worth 129k.
What? Should be more than that.
Yeah, I think that was what
I read. Yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of different applications. It's going to be used in analytics, as you said, for like hedge funds. And I think agents is very interesting. Some of the plays I'm in for AI are spec. I'm also in GOAT as well. So during the dip, I bought some of that. I'm trying to remember everything I have when it comes to AI. I've got Arweave as a sort of proxy on that.
Ooh, Arweave is a strong one.
What else? There's another one I had. See if I can remember it. Can't remember it at the moment, but if I do, I'll bring it back up later on. But there's a lot of different ways you can play it, and looking for the strong tokens, the undervalued tokens, and I'm sure there'll be more to launch within this bull market. So the narrative isn't dead, and there's definitely a lot of room to run on this narrative. And it's, aside from meme coins, is one of the most bullish narratives that I am paying attention to.
No, those are strong contenders that you mentioned. Like I saw Arweave. I actually had a chance to participate in Arweave SEO, but at that time I was sick and tired of SEOs. But I should have just, I should just go with that one as well. But I mean, Arweave is a strong play. It's been doing really well. It started doing really well late last bull run, and then this one has continued as well. I think it's got room to run. How far it's going, I don't know, but it's definitely a strong play. Spec is one I'm looking at as well. I'm looking to get in some bags in those as well. But ultimately, man, I think all these AI agents popping up, all these LLM agents. I think. Do you think? I know I'm not breaking the news here, and I'm sure other people thought about it, but like, if there's a way to kind of get your hands on some of these wallet address of these AI agents, I don't know if they rotate it often. Maybe they do like a, I don't know, maybe for security reasons they don't want their wallet address to be known for every reason. But if we can get our hands on it, if we can study what they're trading and just hop on and tail it, that could be a good way to kind of finesse some meme coin snaps, because 100% win rate in meme coin. Like, that's not a fluke. He only like that AI engine knows what he's doing. He's like, cool. I like this. I like this. I like this. Why? Because it just looks good and it just hops in. So those
Yeah.
returns are crazy. Like, those returns are absolutely crazy, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna see hedge funds pop up using AI agents very, very soon.
Might be the
hedge
crypto
agents.
flip hedge fund, AI hedge fund. You never
There
know.
you go. There you go. There you go. There you go, fam. Next time you know, we're announcing a new venture. So
Exactly.
stay tuned.
But yeah, it's definitely bullish, and I would say keep your eyes and ears close to the trenches because this meta is definitely not going anywhere. Also, what's interesting is in the US, 60 million users can now buy crypto using Venmo. So Venmo, for those who aren't aware, and it's not available everywhere, but it's a bit like Cash App where you can, or PayPal, where you can send friends money, and it's very, very popular in America, especially with the younger demographic. With them being able to easily and accessibly buy crypto within the app, it sounds pretty interesting. What do you make of that?
I saw the rise of Cash App. So Venmo and Cash App, are they the same thing or they're
Very, very
separate?
similar
Very
from what I
similar. Okay,
understand.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we saw the rise of Cash App and we saw the rise of Cash App and Venmo apps in the US. Like during the pandemic, a lot of people kind of started depending on it to send friends and family money and to collect money from businesses or whatever. So the fact that they are enabling this is it's good, and then this only kind of confirms the bullishness of this market. I know we're still missing the retail activity, but that's soon to come. I think retail don't usually wake up until they realize, oh wow, Bitcoin new all-time high, not just the old 2021 all-time high. We're talking about fresh all-time high. We're talking about 80K plus all-time high. And then they're like, oh, where's my Coinbase wallet? Let me download it. Let me log in. Oh, I don't have enough Bitcoin. I need to get back on this trading thing. Let me get some memes. Let me get some SOL. Let me get some coins. So it's like, it's coming. Like, the infrastructure is there. The bullish news are there. Like, Tesla just announced yesterday that they didn't sell any of their 781 I think million worth of Bitcoin that they have left. I think they're looking to add more. They're not allowed to say it. And if they are looking to add more, they're not gonna announce it. They're just gonna buy more and just declare it in the next income statement. So I honestly, I think all this just kind of confirms the bullishness that we expect in Q4. I'm not saying we will not have a pullback. I mean, right now we're having a pullback, but the way I see this pullback is as an opportunity for you to kind of scale back in. If there's anything that you haven't kind of going on, if you haven't really started building your alts portfolio, it's a good opportunity to kind of start scaling it. So all these things are like bullish bullish news for me. I'm not sure if Venmo allows you to kind of trade meme coins or altcoins. It'll be interesting to see because I mean, because usually like the retail investors, I mean, they don't usually like prefer going to buy Bitcoin. One Bitcoin is $67,000. As a retail investor, you just even if you have that kind of money lying around, your mind is like, oh, cool, I'll buy half a Bitcoin and I use the rest of this money to buy alts because I feel like alts have more upside than Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin might do a 2x and it's still a fantastic run. Where like Storm can do a 4x, if can do a 3x, Arwith can do a 10x. Like all these other coins have so much potential. So it will be interesting to see if they allow you to trade altcoins as well. I think that would really be a nice finishing ball. But all this to me screams global liquidity is coming. Fundamentals is lining up. Q4 elections, whether or not after this time and time and again, it doesn't matter who wins. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, it's all a win, fam. Like, it doesn't matter. So I think bullish is what I see. Bullishness.
yeah. I definitely think it's very, very bullish. It taps into a new demographic and makes it easier. And yeah, it's just another way to onboard into crypto, even if it's something where they can only buy within the app for now, and then maybe they release the public key or private keys later on. I think that it's still bullish because it gives that exposure to crypto, and yeah, and then once you kind of fall in a rabbit hole, then you start exploring other things and whatnot. So I think retail coming back into the space will definitely help with it, and if that comes, then everything else it's great. It's great. It's definitely great for the space. So I'm looking forward to the advancements of that.
Me too.
One thing that I saw that was really, really interesting was the JP Morgan boss, Jamie Dimon, doubts Bitcoin's 21 million supply cap, despite obviously 5 lines in source code imposing the hard limit. He said, you guys all believe that. So is Jamie Dimon secretly planning to fork Bitcoin to increase the supply?
I don't think he has the knowledge to do that, actually. Like, no disrespect. I mean, Jamie Dimon, whoever his name is, he's doing well for himself. I mean, I think he's the director of, is it JP Morgan, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Harris? Yeah, he's director of JP Morgan. I mean, he's doing well for himself in his life, but at the same time, he has very minimum technical skills to do that. You know what I mean?
Obviously, he wouldn't do it himself, but if you you know
like,
what, guys, I think I like Bitcoin, but let's.
Okay, cool. Now, let me propose something to you. Let's say now, yeah, he puts a bounty out, or they can't even put a bounty out because if you're gonna do something like this, it's gotta be a hush hush. Because if people know, first of all, let me just clarify this. Let's clarify this. It's not possible to alter the source of a smart contract or of a network that's already been deployed. It's literally the only way to do that is if you do a hard fork. So the same way we did with Bitcoin Cash, we're like, you have two communities. We're like, we want to keep this vision going. No, we think this is the right vision. Cool. It's time for us to split. So we do a hard fork. You edit your code. We'll maintain this one going. So it's a matter of like, one, it's not doable to get it out of the way. If not, let's say somehow you figure out a way to do it, maybe using some sort of like quantum computer or whatever
not in terms
do
of changing the codes. I don't think that's possible. But in terms of hard fork, do you think that's within the realms of possibility?
No, like led by who? Jamie Dimon. Like who? What? He has no cred. He has no cred. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? I think this is his way of trying to incite more FUD in the market so that Bitcoin has a pullback so you can accumulate more. Because why are you saying all this? You know what I mean? I remember Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, they used to be anti-crypto. Now they now offer.
They got trading desks.
Yeah,
and all
now
of
they
this
got
stuff.
trading desks for Bitcoin. They're custodians for Bitcoin ETF. Ultimately, they now have their own Bitcoin ETF holding. So come on. So personally for me, this seems like FUD, instant FUD to me. So, but guess what? The market didn't even react. Like, I was thinking about, bro, I don't know if you remember, back in the days, 2017, if you had something like this, Bitcoin probably had a little pullback, little 2-3% pullback, you know what I mean, or even 5. But these days, there's so much interest. Bro, let me tell you how crazy things has gone for crypto, yeah? Ever since BlackRock announced that they put a stake into crypto, yeah? I think it's about, at least it's been about a year or two, because we heard the rumblings during the bear market that BlackRock is really looking to take this seriously, blah, 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 blah. Ever since then, BlackRock has gone about their way quietly and acquired 2% of the total supply of Bitcoin. 2%, bro. They are serious about it. Like, they are not messing around. They are as serious as a heart attack. They are not joking around. So they're not gonna sit around and wait for some Jamie Dimon whatever to deter them from their strategy. Like, you know what I mean? Their strategy is to, whenever they see an opportunity to accumulate, they'll accumulate. Jamie, you know what I mean? This Jamie guy, he's trying to use more fundamental, it's called FUD to drive them to suppress the price so he can scoop up more for his firm. So it's like, I would employ him to employ more of BlackRock's tactics, where like they see this as still an undervalued market. They see Bitcoin as a multi-trillion-dollar market compared to gold. Right now, gold is sitting at hundreds of billions of market cap, also hundreds of trillions of market cap. You know what I mean? So, like, I personally see Bitcoin achieving 5 to 10% of that. Maybe not in this bull run, but we'll see. But ultimately, man, I think, he's just all talk. I think this is a ploy to affect the price, and then I don't think it's working. Into try something else. Just buy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking these questions, but really and truly, I don't think he's going to have the backing, or because it's not just something someone can wake up one day and just do it. So
Exactly, and the people they're going to employ to do it, they might be holding Bitcoin. They don't want you to do a hard fork. They don't want you to shut the supply. They don't want you to split the community. You know what I mean? We've overcome that hard fork of Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin Cash is an afterthought. Like no one wants to go through that. No one. I mean, this is not Cardano, man. This is a strong community. Like we're not messing around. We're not Cardano. So like, just Jamie needs to chill and just do his job. Accumulate your ETFs, man. ETF, do your job.
Yeah, I agree. I think this one is over your pay grade, Jamie. Stay in your lane. And if you want to come and discuss it with us, we're always open to dialogue. So one thing that we should do is, we're always talking about altcoins, always talking about meme coins. But let's talk about altcoins for a second. Obviously, all the attention has been on meme coins, but I think that presents a really good opportunity for alts in terms of, finding the next best and big alt coin. And I want to understand, what is the best process to actually find the next big altcoin before it obviously explodes? Like, what's the best method of doing that?
I mean, honestly, it depends on what you're trying to. I mean, what are we talking about? We're talking about 100x, 10x, 20x. Because
let's say 10x and above.
Okay, 10x and above. I think this is my own opinion, so it's not a fact. So, and it's not financial advice. But what I try to look for is a token that has, because I don't know if you noticed, right? In the past, the token that's come out of the blue and just shut the world and just done. Like I remember one time, Phantom did like a stupid 70x from some ridiculous prices. Matic, the same thing. One thing that those two things have in correlation is they're multi-cycle coins, and they had a circulating supply of above 60%. So it wasn't new. Where like if new tokens were released, it will affect the inflation. It will basically inflate the price, and then people will just dump. So that was the first thing that I've seen, that if you were looking for a token that will do well, look at how long it's been trading for. Is it a multi-cycle? If not, look at the circulating supply. Is it around 60% or less? Then we want to look at its market cap, because market cap is important, right? If the market cap is $1 billion, and then the supply is already rather around like 60, 70, that's not really a strong play for me. But if the market cap is hovering sub 400, sub 300, and then the narrative is that it's a layer one or AI, or it's or one of these strong utility plays, then I would strongly consider taking a stake in it. Because we have three things aligning, right? You have the bullish catalyst sector, which could be gaming, AI, whatever's your. It could even be memes, bro. It could be like this applies to memes as well. So cool. You have check. You have it in the bullish sector. Second one, you want to check the circulating supply. The higher the circulating supply, the better. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that gives you more room to grow, because it just means that we're done distributing. We're now basically in a holding phase. You know what I mean? If you're distributing again, that means you probably time to get out. So that's what those high circulating supply tells me. And last but not least, the market cap is gonna be sub 500 million for you to really have that 10x. Because 10x from 1 billion market cap to 10, that's a huge move. That's a move that's reserved for the blue chip tokens, like the RVs of the world, the AVAX of the world, the Trons of the world, that are strong layer ones and layer two. So if you're gonna play that, you want to look at market cap, not in a particular order, but market cap, circulating supply, and what sector has the attention. Currently is memes, AI. So, and then obviously soon it's going to be deep in and gaming again. So it's just whether about what you trying to play. What you trying to play? What's the attention like on the? Let me look on X, see what people are talking about, see what people are raving about. Is it deep in? Is it AI? Right now is everything that we mentioned: memes, AI, deep in, like all those three. So that's kind of like how I look for my next 5-10x too long.
Yeah, I think my process is basically, I think it's easier to find those explosive tokens in the bear market, simply because there's obviously less noise, and you can also see who's really building. So I think it's a lot more beneficial to look for those 10x, 100x, even 1000x's in bear markets. So I would spend most of my time doing that there. But obviously, as we're in a bull market, there is things that you should definitely look out for.
A lot more noise.
There's a lot more noise, but there's still opportunity. But it's just a lot more noise. There's so many projects launching and stuff like that.
It's hard to do wrong in the bull market. You have to be a foolish individual unless you're trading perps. And then you can easily do wrong.
Yeah. So so my checklist is sort of team. Do a background check on the team. Do they have
Goes
expertise?
without saying.
Yeah.
No,
Do they?
I'm saying that because I didn't mention about team, but dude, don't ever consider buying a token, not financial advice, if you're not looking at the team. Not
Yeah,
looking at
for
the
sure.
experience. That's a pre-qualifier. Like if the team is not good, then you might as well just go buy Memecoins. Literally go buy Memecoins because they're coins. So you're better off putting your money in a dog coin or poo coin because at least you know what to get. You know that you have no expectation from meme coins. If it's a poo coin, it's a poo coin. If it goes up,
Yeah,
it goes up. Take a profit. Continue,
that's
sir.
true. So team intent, and you might be thinking to yourself, so what should I look for when I look at these teams? What I normally do is I go on LinkedIn, I see their background, where they worked before. Is it in blue company or a high growth startup? Is it related to what they're doing? At what level of seniority were they before they started? Or have they just started a bunch of failed startups and now they've started a new crypto project? So there's a lot of different things, and I look at mainly the leadership. So I look at the CEO, definitely marketing director, and then the CTO. Those three, I think, are the most important people, and then maybe you can throw in community in there, but definitely the head of marketing, CEO, and CTO. Those are the three most important people. And then beyond that, then I'm looking at the fundamentals of the project. So firstly, you need to establish a bit like what you were saying, Deji. What narrative are you looking at? Because you can have an amazing project, but if it's not within the popular narratives, then it's a bit of a waste of time because crypto, fortunately or unfortunately, the wealth and the profit is made where the attention is. So knowing that, you have to obviously keep your ear to the ground, see what people are talking about, and once you start to see narratives continually pop up, then those are most likely the ones that will happen in the bear market if we're talking about the bull market. Sorry, happen in the bull market if we're talking about the bear market at the time when you're researching, or if we're already in the bull market, it should be clear and obvious where most of the attention is going to be. So for this bull market, I would say, excluding memes, we're talking about like actual altcoins and real projects. AI is obviously one that we've talked about before. Deep in real world assets, I'd say those are the three biggest ones. And then maybe gaming, obviously before AI, deep in real world assets. And then an asterisk above gaming. I think gaming.
What about memes?
Well, I'm just talking about analyzing real projects at this point in time.
I say
Obviously,
real project. You're trying to say meme cause no project. And Shibi is like, what? Pepe is like, what? Don't disrespect, man.
but yeah. So I mean, memes is a category on its own. So
Indeed.
I wouldn't include it in this sort of analysis. But yeah. So those three sectors, and then perhaps gaming, depending on what happens there. So I would look at it and think, okay, these are the sectors which are interesting. Let's look at sort of the market leaders. So I'd look at the market leaders, I'll look at the market caps, I'll look at the FDV, which is a fully diluted value, and I see how many tokens are currently circulating. And then from there, then I know, okay, so this is expected to have some inflation because there's some tokens are going to come at some point. And then I'll look for new projects. And how do you find these new projects? Well, you can either look for projects that haven't yet launched, so they can be things on reputable launch pads such as CoinList, Binance Launchpad. You can obviously go onto some of the VC websites such as Multibet Capital and all these other VCs within crypto, and you can see what are they investing in. Then you can draw up a short list and then compare it to those big projects and see, okay, which team looks stronger? Is it like comparable? Okay, cool, tick. Which product seems better? How much better is it? Is it comparable or is it like much better? No? Okay, so it has potentially room to grow. And then you can sort of build out a case and then sort of filter through your list and then realize, okay, so these are my maybe two, maybe maximum three, but let's say two picks that I'm going for this sector. And then you can start to analyze it further. There's a lot more you can do. You can look at the community, how strong is how strong is the problem that they're actually trying to solve? Does it look like pie in the sky? Have they got a test net? So you want to actually see. You don't invest in vaporware, obviously,
Wow.
and then you come onto market cap. So for me, if I'm looking for obviously 100x or 10x things like that, I'm looking for things probably between 50 to 250, but ideally are under 100 million. If we're talking about the bear market, if it's in the bull market, obviously valuations are going to be much higher. So you might be paying a bit of a premium there.
I think sub 500 million is a good signal. I think it's over 500 million, then you got to be careful.
Yeah. So what my target is like, for example, if I find a very, very promising project and it's 100 million, for it to go to a billion in the bull market is nothing crazy. And that's a 10x. And then from there, it's just about price discovery. If you're already at a billion, as you mentioned, to go to 10 billion, it has to be like creme de la creme, more or less. Even in the bull market, it has to be very, very, very strong, because that's a lot of capital that needs to come in to support that price. So yeah, I'm really looking for sort of these low caps with you can have high conviction behind, and yeah, I think that is a list, and maybe we can go through a more comprehensive list at a later date. But I think we definitely covered a lot, and hopefully given some alpha there in our thought processes behind selecting altcoins.
Not financial advice,
But it's obviously not financial advice. So yeah, guys, let us know what your thought process is when you're looking for altcoins. It'll be interesting to see and read some of those. And until next week, we're going to say sayonara. Peace.